In today's video, we're breaking down an intriguing topic that often stands at the heart of muscle growth: carbohydrates. Recent research has shed new light on how this macronutrient can significantly impact your muscle gains. But before we move on, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Despite a compelling basis for the notion that carbohydrate is important for building muscle, few longitudinal studies have compared hypertrophic adaptations in low versus high carbohydrate diets. In a recent study, Wilson and colleagues were the first to investigate the topic in a controlled fashion. Subjects were randomized to follow either a ketogenic diet with 5% carbohydrate, or a Western diet with 55% carbohydrate. Protein intake was equated between groups. Regimented resistance exercise was carried out 3 times per week, employing a combination bodybuilding and strength-type training program. After 8 weeks, lean body mass was greater in the group following the Western diet. However, retesting of lean body mass subsequent to a 1-week carb-up period in the ketogenic group showed that the observed hypertrophic advantages of the Western diet disappeared. These findings indicate that muscle protein accretion was similar regardless of the amount of carbohydrate intake. Any differences are seemingly the result of glycogen-induced intracellular water variances. Further study is needed for getting a better perspective on how varying carbohydrate intake affects exercise-induced muscle hypertrophy. Based on current evidence, no definitive conclusions can be made for ideal carbohydrate intake from the standpoint of maximizing hypertrophic gains. Slater and Phillips proposed an intake of 4 to 7 grams per kilogram per day for strength-type athletes, including bodybuilders. Although this recommendation is reasonable, its basis is somewhat arbitrary and does not take into account large inter-individual variations with respect to dietary response. The use of carbohydrate as a fuel source both at rest and during exercise of various intensities varies by as much as 4-fold among athletes. It is influenced by a diverse array of factors including muscle fiber composition, diet, age, training, glycogen levels, and genetics. At the very least, it would seem prudent to consume enough carbohydrate to maintain fully stocked glycogen stores. The amount needed to accomplish this task varies based on a number of factors, but a minimum intake of approximately 3 grams per kilogram per day would seem to be sufficient. Additional carbohydrate intake should then be considered in the context of individual preference and response to training. If you want to buy the best quality gym equipment, click on the link in the description.